Welcome back to another episode of N-Word News. Did Logan Paul really say the N-word? Well, it sure sounds like it.
I didn't make it.
But you can never be too sure these days. For some reason, when it comes to the N-word in particular, a lot of other words sound like it. Like Nivea.
This nigga's getting cooked.
Yikers.
Fucking yikers.
Idiots.
Go. Just go. Holy shit, kill these idiots.
They all somehow sound like the N-word, and maybe this is another word which magically influences your mouth to make a N-word sound. Now, in order to determine if this was really the N-word or not, we need to go into a deep dive analysis. But in order to do that, we need to know what word was supposed to be said instead of the N-word. And while we don't have a direct quote from Logan himself, the guy who Logan was with and from whose channel the video comes from, Mike, did end up reaching out to Keemstar, and Keemstar claimed that the word was supposed to be bigger. So let's see if we can find any B sounds within the clip. Honestly, after listening to that, I can't really tell either way if he's saying the N-word or something else. I feel like you could put any letter in your head before listening to that ends with Iga, and it would sound like that. You can't really properly hear the first letter of what he's saying. So, when all else fails during the in-depth N-word analysis, you've got to look at the context of the clip. So let's rewind a couple seconds back to what they were actually talking about in the context of this moment.
I'm sorry. Well, I probably was not supposed to open that one. What was that?
I don't know. Someone sent me their pillowcases for body pillows. I don't fucking know, bro.
It's your fucking face.
I didn't make it. It gets sent to me, bro.
Yep, he said the N-word. That's it. I'm putting a verdict down. He said the N-word. Keem was paid off $50K to say that he said bigger. I'm putting it on your record right next to the suicide forest. You said the N-word without a pass. Cancel Logan Paul. But before you go unsub to Logan Paul, I do have a few more things to talk about with you guys. So earlier this month, I made a video mentioning that Leafy is Here updated his sub box to include the YouTuber Crisp, who is Leafy is Here's brother. And since then, he made one post on his community tab that says, "Follow my Twitch, you idiots." And in the comments of this post, Crisp answers the question that is on everyone's mind, and that is Leafy or you coming to YouTube anytime soon? The answer to both is no, and when he was asked to why he even made the channel, he just said to be in his brother's sub box. Leafy is Here also commented on his channel, telling people to follow him on Twitch, so you guys know what to do. Follow twitch.tv/Boblax for all your gaming entertainment needs. Or, follow Crisp337 if you want to see Leafy's brother. I saw him streaming earlier with some people like Scrubby, Cyrus, just kind of nobodies really. You wouldn't really want to follow that stream. But as for Leafy, it looks like he's not going to be coming back anytime soon, but we do know that he's alive and using the internet, so that's hopefully a sign that he might come back someday. I really think it would be a missed opportunity for him not to come back at some point, because it's starting to get to the point where it's like, you guys remember Leafy? Wonder what happened to him. So I think coming back would be like a great moment to capitalize on there, as he's becoming quickly a relic of the past. Also, him coming back with his brother in particular, I think would be the coolest thing ever, just to reinvigorate not only the viewers' interest in what Leafy can bring to the table, but also maybe reinvigorate Leafy's passion to make videos in the first place, doing it alongside his brother. But for now, Leafy doesn't want to do anything online, and Crisp wants to stream on Twitch, so I highly recommend you guys actually go and support Crisp's Twitch channel, as I'm sure it is a very fun stream. Since we're on the topic of old 2016 YouTubers, do you remember the YouTuber Nicole Arbor? The girl who's responsible for the infamous Dear Fat People video?
Dear fat people. Some people are already really mad at this video. What are you gonna do, fat people? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna chase me? Really? You're gonna chase me? It's gonna be like fucking Frankenstein. I can get away from you by walking at a reasonable pace.
Yes, she was, quite the funny individual, or at least she'll tell herself that when she consistently refers to herself as a comedian. You know, the type of comedians who like to mention that they're a comedian over and over and over and over again, just to remind you that, hey, I'm funny, guys! This is my occupation, I'm trying to be funny for a living. And then usually those type of comedians, completely fail at it, and they quickly become the joke instead of telling the joke. Those type of comedians, that's what Nicole Arbor is, and she displayed this level of comedy in a magnificent fashion on a podcast called The Real Ass Podcast. And let me say, she was a perfect fit for this one because her jokes were real ass. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to mask the horribly unfunny nature of that joke with the humor of self-proclaimed comedian Nicole Arbor.
I knew about Skankfest.
Hell
That was cool, and I was like, that's
We're considering changing the name.
No, you know what?
Arborfest. All right, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Totally, yeah.
I was mostly mad. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker named his whole podcast shit of me and my college friends.
Hell yeah.
Bitch, there's got to be some IP shit going on there.
You're like a YouTube star, right? Or something like that?
Ish. I'm just a comedian, and then I just did YouTube stuff because they wanted me to post videos on YouTube.
Do you make money off of YouTube?
I'm doing good. Like, I'm not a YouTuber. That's like a thing. I'm literally just, I was a stand-up comic for a very long time. Got in a bad car accident, so I couldn't do stand-up because I couldn't stand up. And then I was like, well, fuck, I can film myself like this.
Did you just include one of your jokes on the show just now?
I didn't. No. No. Are you okay? Can I? Oh, I'll keep going. Okay. So I just like started filming my shit.
But there's a thing like if someone says you're like successful from YouTube where you seem to.
She did get defensive.
Oh, I hate that.
You're like,
'cause
no, I'm a comedian,
99%
totally a comedian. You would admit though that your drawing power comes directly from YouTube, right?
Facebook more. Like Facebook and Instagram more.
Oh, you put a
But the
lot of
internets.
the stand-up content out.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Actually, honestly, I used to be a cheerleader for the Toronto Raptors. Like, actually, for real, I was a cheerleader for the Toronto Raptors. And it was freaking sucked. Okay.
Put a lot of that. I'm so excited to like go back to stand-up now. I love this conversation because I love that comics because I came from doing stand-up for like every years.
Do you have a boyfriend, Nicole?
Maybe.
Do you?
Whoa.
Maybe.
She's no, you know what it is?
Believe it.
She doesn't want to say it because
Nope.
she knows that'll fuck it. She does have a boyfriend. Here's what happened. I know exactly what happened.
I know
You're
exactly
gonna be like,
too.
the only
Boyfriend will
people
be
who follow
mad if she says no.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying the only people that follow you. I'm just saying
That's
that you do have a doodly fan
I
base.
don't actually. It's 55% women. Hey, analytics.
Yeah, that's true. That's what Trump said about who voted for
Yeah,
him.
right.
I don't believe those numbers.
No,
I'm
it's
just
not- it's
saying
true.
the
I'm not
I'm just
kidding.
kidding. I'm just.
The reason you don't talk about your boyfriend is because you know that it'll fucking turn off a certain sect of your fan base.
It literally doesn't. Like, I get nothing on. If I post sexy photos, it's actually upsetting to me. Nobody gives a fuck.
That's not true.
They don't.
That's
give,
not
okay,
true.
Maybe you
pull
give
up
a
her
fuck.
pull up her Instagram right now. I don't believe
Maybe
it.
you give a
I don't fucking believe it.
Oh, pull it
I
up.
don't believe
pull
it.
When
it
I
up.
post videos, 100,000
Sir.
people watch them.
Okay, all right. So let's go here.
All right.
Okay.
So go to.
So hold on, whoa.
Yeah,
Let's
you
nice and easy. All right. So we'll do the picture of you with your book and this guy.
Yeah.
Click on it. How many likes? Well, how many?
7,000.
7,915.
Most people are not into marketing. So
Okay,
you
so
have to pay
go
for that.
down
Okay.
to the picture of her right there. That one.
Okay, not that great.
25,000.
Now go to a video.
What are you talking
Now
about?
go to a video.
But no, what I'm saying is when they actually click like, they're actually going through the action of liking it. So
This is so fucking awkward.
no, it's
What's
not.
awkward?
This
What's
is
wrong?
awkward.
She's getting.
I mean, it's just an interesting thing that you're saying that like.
It is an interesting
mean-
thing that you guys are acting.
You don't
like
think that
the
you
views
having
I'm
hot-
getting are because of the way I look when
No,
most
Well,
You're
you're the one
self-conscious.
that wanted to go to videos. I mean, we were going off of likes of posts originally, but
Well, what I do for a living is make videos, comedy videos.
I'm not
As
saying-
as a chick who's fucking
Nicole,
funny, and a lot
Nicole.
of people agree
right.
with
But we're
that.
just talking about Instagram here. It's not
Right.
about how funny you are. Again, it's like we're not
made
we're
a
not
point-
defending.
so fucking awkward.
We made a point about how the photo that's not as sexy was going to get less likes in it.
And it did.
Click on the comments. I bet you it's mostly dudes.
It's not.
Okay, but that I agree with. Let's look at some comments.
Click on the comments. On one of the
Let's look at
videos.
some comments.
Let's see.
Scroll.
That's a good one. Sweet Tiffany of mine.
Alicia. All right. Or I
And
can't
then
tell if
Ben
that's-
Richard says, "I'm jerking off so hard right now."
Ryan, Mr. Raza, Mr. Arif,
Oh, this is so dumb.
There's a lot of misters in there.
Ricky, Abby. These are a lot of dudes here. Madison, there we go.
love-
You're a fucking
girls.
pig. You're fat. Young robot.
All right, come on. Let's keep it
so
moving.
weird.
It's not weird.
It
It's
is weird.
You're
We're
getting
goofing around.
self-conscious.
It's disrespectful.
No, it's not.
Why is it
is,
disrespectful
because-
to assume that you have more male followers than female
Because
followers?
when I tell you I don't, then you should be like, okay, so you don't.
We're gonna wrap this one. This has been a fun show. You guys are you know, it got a little weird and hot at times.
Got a little weird.
You've gotta love some Nicole Arbor. Like, my favorite line from that clip was, as a chick who's funny.
As a chick who's fucking
Nicole.
funny.
As a chick who's funny. Yeah, I bet you have to say that a lot, Nicole Arbor. Anyways, if you want to see the full Cringe Fest, the link to the full podcast will be in the description below. It is quite a hilarious listen if that type of stuff amuses you. But that's all I have for you guys today. A bit of a shorter one, but I did have some serious news I want to go over, but it just didn't feel like it fit with the other topics talked about in this video, so I'm saving it for another video. If you want to make sure you see that video on time, be sure to subscribe with notifications on and follow my Twitter to get all the updates on my brand new videos coming out, as well as news within the community. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting me, and if you'd like to see more videos, they will be on the screen right now. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.